Hey everyone, it's Sound84 here with another top 5 video. Just imagine it's 1984 and you're flipping through the TV stations, you're a little kid or you're young, and you come across this.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil.
The Transformers. You got lost in the story of the heroic Autobots versus the evil Decepticons, and while watching this amazing cartoon you saw commercials for the toys. So you ran to your parents. Take me to a toy store, take me somewhere. Can I get a Transformers toy? You saw these characters, you want a Megatron, you want an Optimus Prime. So they take you to a toy store. Your favorite character is Brawn. You see him in the package. You run up to him, you look at it, and you go, what? And you feel this overwhelming thing down in your stomach. What could it be? What is it? It is disappointment. Now, what does he not look like he did in the cartoon? Honestly, I think back then the character models, the animators, they did the character models so there'd be ease for animation. They didn't want the animation to be difficult. That's why the cartoon, they took out a lot of the details. That's when you get the master figures. People are like, oh, those are just too plain or too smooth. They took away a lot of details and simplified the character models just for ease of animation. Here are my top 5 Transformers toy versus toon characters. Number 5, Trailbreaker. You got the toy. The vehicle mode was pretty much spot on, but then you got to the robot mode. He had red visor for a face, not really even a face at all like he had in the cartoon. He has no waist. The cartoon had him tall, slender. He was a bigger bot. He had more waist to him, more legs, arms a little more compact. And you had a toy, and he just didn't look hardly anything like he did in the cartoon. Now, you can say ease animation and give him more of a humanoid appearance. But if they really, really wanted him to look like the toy, he would have ended up looking just like Season 2's character, Hoist, which was his mold counterpart in the toy line. Number 4, Megatron. A lot was changed from the initial toy to the animation model. Most notably is his crotch area, and they gave him more beefy legs and a more beefy appearance. Also, Megatron's first animation model was more modeled after a different figure that was never released. It was more of a concept. That's where the comic books in the early commercial for the toy had a black head. It's more modeled after this figure here. So you can see the final version is just an amalgamation of both. Number 3, Reflector. Now, he started off right away in Season 1 of the Transformers, but the toy only came along until around the movie, and he was a Milloway exclusive. The toy was canceled from being released early on, but you can see he was comprised of 3 different looking robots, but in the cartoon, they're all pretty much portrayed as one similar looking bot, except for the main bot having the spyglass in the middle. Of course, he comes looking just like the toy version of Viewfinder, but take either Spectra or Spyglass's head and slap it on that body. So pretty much the paint, the color, and the model sort of go after Viewfinder, but they just added one of the different heads from the other bots to give it more of a humanoid appearance. Number 2, Jetfire / Skyfire. The toy is known as Jetfire, and he was released from a Bandai figure that Hasbro brought over to give the Autobots some air power. But he could not be in that cartoon because Takara was a competitor to Bandai. So in the cartoon they changed his appearance and his name and gave him a totally different look. They still kept the big height. He's still he was a big toy. They kept him as the big robot in the cartoon, which is a plus win-win for that. Overall, we've got many versions of this, and we've got some toys that actually combine the two, which is excellent. All you knew is coming. Number 1, Ironhide Ratchet. These toys had no heads. It was just a face sticker slapped onto the seat behind the windshield. Now, there were third-party upgrades that were released years ago that you could add to these figures to make them look a little more cartoon accurate. But even these, while they gave them some heads, it still didn't really make the figures look like they did on screen. Now on screen Ironhide was portrayed as a beefy tough bot, whereas Ratchet of course was the medic doc. And say the look in the cartoon was a great step forward over what they look like as a toy, which makes their toys one of the most, honestly, the most disappointing of all of them. Sorry Ratchet, sorry Ironhide. And at least Megatron gave Ironhide his toy accurate representation in Transformers the movie. Anyway, that is my top 5. Now this video was inspired by one from Patriot Prime Reviews. And he did this, and I have been thinking about doing these kind of videos before, and I just have not had the time to get around to them. And he shared one of those, and I was just like, I want to do something, and I'm not trying to rip off of him or just steal his ideas. I did ask him if I could do something similar, and he said that would be fine. So I'll leave a link down below to his YouTube channel. Check it out. He is really good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next one. Peace out.